What's up, guys? Welcome back to Higurashi. This is what's gonna be like. I don't know. I want to say chapter 6. Yeah. I think soon we'll be getting. Hopefully, soon we'll start getting into the whole mysterious, creepy arena and like in the last chapter. Because I don't want to have to relive his daily life all the time and have to, him have to find out everything all over again every time. Scoring pretty slow, but whatever. I'll get better, hopefully. The next day, it was a strange day where Mia insisted for to regain her composure. Every time our eyes met, she would say that she had something to do with the shit that used to brush him and run off. And I'm to just watch Rena was taking care of her the entire time. Mian-san, she's acting totally strange today. I know the whole story, but it's hard to explain. There are times when girls are emotionally unstable. It's best just to leave her alone. Turning around, I saw Rena calling me from the hallway. I wonder what it is. Kichi-kun, over here, over here. What is it calling me over like this? Is it just secret? Is it secret? That is. It looks like it was a disaster. Yeah, my chance seemed pretty broken, but I somehow got her working again. I'm surprised she managed it. How did you exactly? Same way I do with the television. Just come at it from a 45-degree angle. Hey, yeah! Saying that she made a chopping motion. I can't tell if you're joking or not, right? She'll be fine by tomorrow. Also, there's been wanted you to do, Kichi-kun. I didn't mean to do anything wrong, but I still feel guilty. I'm listening. Thanks. You see, me, Chen is just going to pretend last few days never happened. Never happened, huh? I see. Well, that's one way to run from it. So you see, Kichika, could you pretend too that me, Chen, can go back to normal? Just do something as simple as that. Is it really just going to be okay? Please, until me, Chen gets her feelings in order, just go with it. Okay, I got it. Even though I shouldn't feel guilty, or I shouldn't have been at fault for some reason, I feel guilty. The one at fault here is the one who knew about the entire situation and pretended to be me on for an entire day. Shion. Alright, well, she never once said she was me on. Ugh, what am I supposed to be angry at? Seeing that me stop and ground and impatiently, even I giggled. But Kichika, he knew as well that me Chen had some cute things about her. I talked in a calm voice as her hair rustled in the wind. Yeah, I know that she'll never let it be boring. Good. Following this curt reply, I looked up at the sky and stretched. As long as you realize that Kichika these past few days will soon be nothing more than a story to laugh about. Cup and Mina, I began to stretch as I looked at the sky. The clear sky toward in the distance. There's no club activities or anything today. I'm sorry, Kichika, but just for today, can you go home by yourself? I'll be back to normal by tomorrow, just for today, okay? If all took for everything to go back to normal was easily leave me alone for today, then it was an easy decision to make. Got it, I couldn't say it directly to me, so I'll say it to you. I still feel kind of guilty, but I still want to apologize. Oh no, the root of the problem was Kichika saying something insensitive, right? So if you learned anything from this, you need to look at it into gaining a sense of delicacy. Right, I'll try. That day was the shortest day of my life. I was talking to Meow while accompanying her around the entire time. It looked like a really fun conversation, so I reflectively thought about joining in, but I had made a promise not to. It seemed that Meow was also trying her best to ignore me, so likewise I did my best to ignore her. For the first time in a while, I ate lunch alone. Meow and Rena ate theirs by themselves. As I led outside, and my Asher mood Rika-chan came over and patted me on the head. Both Kichi and me learned a whole lot. I never say it like that, but it may sound like we were having romantic problems. I didn't like that one bit. Hopefully the teacher wouldn't notice and call us to step him out to school or something. I'm sure that Kichi will grow up to be a wonderful adult. Pat, Rika-chan is a studious type. Someday you'll grow up to be an amazingly wonderful adult, of course. When I grow up, I'll be super amazing. When I grow up, I'll be an amazing lady, no matter how old you get, you'll still be a brat. You can put money on it. What did you say? And as Satoko snapped her fingers, a wash basin fell from above, hitting me squarely on the head. Ow, what do you think you're doing, Satoko? Smash, pinch, squeeze. It was a day I could thoroughly appreciate the value of having friends. Yeah, I don't know if I would want her as a friend or not, but Whatever, bruh. Whatever. Yeah, whatever, man. Okay, let's do this, son. Come on. I just want to get to the text. All these pictures. Man, no. Come on, man. Oh, ringing. Bell ringing. What's going on? Today was Saturday, so school in the blink of an eye. Wait, they have school on Saturdays in Japan? Did not know that. It really felt good to go home with the sun so high in the sky. On the other day, our club would be up to mischief during our ample after school time, but today Rika-chan had a rehearsal for tomorrow's Watanagashi to go to. How is that going, Rika-chan? Do you have it down in practice? I'll try harder than last year. You are so exhausted and sweaty after last year's ceremony. She looked forward to fear for the role this year. Please look forward to fruits of her training. The Watanagashi festival that everybody been talking about was tomorrow, wasn't it? The festival being in June felt a little early to me, but the onset of summer came quickly this year, so if it fit the image of a summer festival pretty well. Okay, we'll be off then. I look forward to tomorrow. Good day to you all. Then let's talk about Rika and Jan left. No, I never asked where is the festival happening anyway. I don't remember there being anywhere around here that seems suited for hosting one. They do it at the Fruit Shrine. We went there for a walk one day, remember? It was that place with a really good view. Alright, I remember. There was a shrine all the way up on that hill, wasn't there? It seemed far too grand for Hinamizawa. There's a great meeting hall in the shrine, too. The other people get together there and sing karaoke or practice calligraphy from time to time. It's more like a recreational facility than a simple shrine. I see, I guess it makes sense that it looks so grand then. Michan, is your family going to help set up today? Yeah, yep, we have male hands for that. Most of our relatives come from town to help. Male hands, well, I mean, I have nothing to do with that home today, so would it be a problem for us going my way in there to help out too? Huh? You want to help us, Kichan? Now if I'll bother you, I'm just kind of interested. We have bondings at other festivals in the town I used to live in, but I didn't even know where they took place, much less wanted to help. You could say that I had absolutely no connection to the region. Having come into Hinamizawa, though, it really made me feel like this place was a home that I returned to. Before I knew it, I harbored a little interest in the small community activity of preparing for a festival the day before. I wonder if you'll be able to teach again. There's a lot of building tents, setting up chairs. I hear it's pretty hard physical labor. I mean, I won't be doing it alone, right? The more hands we had, the faster it'll go. I mean, I looked happy to hear that, but at the same time, our expression was complex, tinged with hesitation. I gave her your last push for me. It's decided then. You should go for it, Kichi-kun. He's all yours, Michan. Put him to the ringer. Well, I can't get their combination from Marina. Okay, go home first, put on some work clothes, come to the shrine. Oh, and you might want to bring a towel to wipe your sweat, too. Got it. I look scrawny, but I actually quite look breaking sweat under the hot sun. Careful you don't hurt your back, okay? Right enough for my old man's spiel. I'll go to the shrine, too, as soon as I changed. Michan, you do your best, too. Bye-bye. Miana waved vigorously to us and left. As far as I could tell, from her gallant retreating figure, she seemed to recover from the weak state she had yesterday. Girls are quick to get over things. Michan's already fine, right? Her switching back to normal so cleanly really makes it easier for me to talk to her. What's kind of funny, though, was in it kind of was like Cinderella, like you can't meet her anymore unless the magic wears off. We never get a giggle. Bit amusement. Did someone like this sort of thing? Or she like this sort of thing? Incidentally, me going along with it gave it a weird, hard to describe feeling. Did I turn myself into a plaything, or did they do it for me? If you think it's so funny, then you should try pretending to be a different Mina, too. Yeah, sounds like fun. Gichigan, what kind of Mina would you want to meet? One with a bust size of at least 90. Huge knockers that you're okay with me touching. Oh, I can't do that. She'd be great at cooking, make me lunch, and come to see me in the mornings. I do that already. I put Rena's head to a tight grip to pet it. You're Rena Ryugu, right? Rena, not Rina. So you just stay Rena forever. Oh, got it? Thanks. Have fun helping set up the festival. You got it. Let's meet up tomorrow. I got to change the other way and sling a tail around my neck like Now suggested. I set up for the shrine. Oh, Robot Chicken's on. I haven't seen this show in like a few years, man. I need to watch TV more, man. I just tried there were more people than you imagine that even living in was over there. All coordinating enough areas to sit on tents, frameworks, chatting amongst themselves as they did so. Alright, where's me on? The liveliness of the throng didn't help make it easy to look for her. I searched around as if I already worked there, and suddenly the principal called out to me. My feelings that maybe are kind of interesting. Have you couldn't help with the Watanagashi setup? No, hello. Yes, I was just wondering if there's anything I could help with. How condemnable your attitude is. Feel free to sweat to your heart's content. Gah. Spurred on by the principal, I came up at a group of people setting up tents. Oh, it's Bear-chan. Did you come all those to help us? Hannah found me on yet, but I suppose I could just get in her way if I ran into her. Yeah, I'm here to help. Just tell me where you need me. You young ones have all the vitality. Here, grab some work gloves. Ever built a tent before? No, never. The delight in teaching a new skill to someone younger, but people happily taught me all sorts of things. Okay, kid, go inside the tent and tie up just the cords for the top. After that, we'll stand up and tie the rest of them. Butterfly knots are okay, right? There and there. All done. We're standing it up. 1, 2, 3. What was once something more than a collapsed tent was raised on all floors. 4 spinning legs, with my eyes in mere moments. Oh, seeing it put together like this is actually pretty moving. Come on, no time to spare and wonder. We've got a lot more to do. We packed up the tents into the truck so we could get them from there. They're heavy, so take some home with you. Nah, I'm good. I may look scrawny, but I'm actually pretty strong. Whoa, they look light enough, so I thought they were, but they are heavy. That's why I told you to have someone to help. Come on, said the man lifting up with a grunt, taking it away under his arm. Either I'm weak or these old guys have all superhuman strength. Let's go. You're the youngest one here, so we're going to make you sweat for it. Do your best. Beer after work is the best. I'm a minor. Sweat just my body. I have been fully and completely absorbed in helping them. I would never have thought the cold barley teeth of the woman's society could taste this delicious. You're so young. Make sure you drink a lot. Thank you. It was when I realized the crowd had formed near the shrine ways off. When I took a closer look, I saw a girl dressed in shy maiden garb and a handful of old men looking like they were preparing for the ceremony together. Is that Rika-chan? Hey, Rika-chan, do your best. I shouted and seemed like she heard me. Rika-chan positively exploding with vitality, answered with a smile. The other guys with me watched Rika-chan as well with distant gazes. Rika-chan, Chama? Okay. Is doing a great job. She seems far more useless than she did last year. The old lady who gave me that tea clasped what looked like a prayer had beads in her hands and said, Rika-sama, we thank you. And just like that, began to respectfully pray to her. Huh? I just remember that they called it the Furude Shrine. Was it Rika-chan's full name, Rika Furude? A man standing next to me answered my question. That's right, because Shama's Furude clan is ancient and honorable and was worshipped over Shiro-sama for generations. I always got the feeling she wasn't quite your average person, but it turned out she was from an esteemed family. After hearing her father, who was a shrine priest, died the year before last, she's really been doing her best to learn the rituals. I wish that priest could have been up here to see how wonderfully she's grown up. But because his father passed away, okay, break time was over. Let's get to chairs. I'm not used to back to the chairman looking at me. Before I get to you guys, I'm so confused on why things are going differently than the first chapter. I know we're supposed to get start getting memories back of what happened in the last game, and so we start changing what we do so we can avoid dying or something. Well, I'm just so confused on why things happen so different, man. Why are we here doing this? We didn't do it the last time, or whatever. Pull up the truck, or we're gonna take a few people with you. Alright, Barracan, let's get to work on one last job. Yeah, you're gonna make me do more work? I can't tell if they know I'm a minor or not, but the older men all cheer me on, encouraging me to do my best, and that beer will be great. Kicha, I'm working hard, I see. I passed by Mian. She was carrying a big cardboard box. It looked like she was in the middle of working as well. Judging by the sweat seeping into her shirt, it seemed I was the only one with his hands full. Yeah, I'm working my ass off. You work hard, too. The beer's gonna be great. We worked to the bone until the sun began to set and it started cooling off. It was soon full-fledged night, and the clear sun of the Higurashi eased the moderate pain I felt. The older guys began their night before drinking, partying at 10, a fair bit off, causing quite a ruckus. The shining grounds, on the other hand, had turned into a lonely road taken by the cool evening breeze, despite being so festive just a little while ago. The wind felt good. I leaned on one of the stone guardian dogs at the front of the shrine. I gave my leg a good stretch as I let my mind wander. Suddenly a paper cup filled with barley tea was thrust before me. Ch.2, great work. Here's some tea for you. You're so considerate, thanks to me. Her voice sounded exactly the same, but I felt somehow different. Wait, is this Shion? Hey, it's Shion. Don't go giving me on all the credit. She isn't considerate at all. Don't get us confused, okay? So Shion, you little. Now that I've caught you, you're not getting away. Ha 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 ha. It was your mistake, Chen. I never said I was anyone other than Shion, or I guess I can't argue with that. That's right, you're no match for my older sister, so I can't let you be a match for me either. Anyway, your tea is going to get warm. Come on, please cheer up. I'm like, gonna get warm. That makes no sense, but whatever. Come on, please cheer up. I'm trying to make it up with you this tea. Well, she did come all the way here to give it to me. I guess I'll accept it. I took the cup and downed it in one gulp, and then suddenly, I heard a loud shout and it got stuck in my throat. Cough, cough, hack. Which one is it this time? Is it the real Mion? Shihan? Why are you hanging out with Ch.2 again? Because unlike you, I'm very considerate. Ch.2 was so sorry I couldn't leave him alone, so I brought him some tea. By the way, are you holding 2 cups of tea? Mion's face went bright red, and she tried to hide the paper cups behind her back. Well, there is no way such a rough tip and good sister of mine would ever briskly bring them how class my tea is there. So what are they? What are those 2 cups of tea? These are, well, right. I was just so thirsty I figured I'd drink 2. So like you. Come on, chug, chug. As she cheered at her, Mion down both the cups of tea one after the other. Cough, cough. What a fabulous drink that was, exit, and nothing less from you. Ch.2, he gave her a hand too. Wait, suddenly this has gotten unbelievable. Man doesn't usually get manipulated so easily like that. I've known for a while now, but Shion is terrifying. Mion, you can't hold your own against Shion. I hate her, and lately I hate her even more. Just in hand the snap of a camera shutter. Right. Good evening. The festival's coming up tomorrow. Thanks for all your hard work setting up today. Good evening. Oh, Shion-chan. It's quite unusual for you to come here. Man, it's good to see these guys again. Oh, yes, Tamatake and Takano-san. You know, guys, I had a weird dream last night, by the way. I was in Shiba, Tokyo, Japan, and it was weird, man. You know, I looked at my phone near the airplane. Like, the airplane, landed, in the middle of the street or something. We all got off there, and left my phone on something. I turned around, and a Japanese dude's about to steal it. I'm like, oh, hell, I'm going to leave my phone. And all these weird Japanese girls started coming up to me with broken English, saying weird stuff. It was weird. Okay, but anyway, oh, yes, Tamataka and Takano-san. Good evening. It's been a while, hasn't it? So you're the stressor student. I've been hearing about Kichi Mabericon, right? You really did a brain-up job today. I'm impressed. I feel like I've been seeing this photographer guy before. Have we met before? I'm glad you remember. We passed many times on the road, Kichi-kun. I'm Tamatake. I'm a freelancing photographer from Tokyo. Then do you recognize me? I'm sorry, but I don't. She's me. My nose again. Sorry, guys. She's Mio Takano-san. Also, we gotta learn her full name. Okay. You remember when you were at the doctor's office and you started a cold, Ki-chan? Mio-san is one of the nurses who works there. Call me Takano. I'm pleased to meet you. I want a few squeeze over them like the shrine and storeroom. It's very thoughtful of you. Does she have a note sprite? That's right. They might take a son to be quite entertaining at Saranzaki twins being in the same place, and they took a picture after picture. I've heard about them, but this is the first time I've actually seen a pair of identical twins. You really do look exactly alike. Not just look at the outsides here, and there was much, too. Yeah, you idiot, what the heck are you doing? They've never been so lively as the two of them are together. I thought they were exactly the same at first, but I started getting the handle on which one is which. Well, also they kind of have different haircuts a little. I mean, even though her hair is once up and once down, Like, I feel like the way Xiong's bangs are cut are different, so, you know. Um, anyways, Mian is Xiong seems far better actor than Mian. At first place, somebody could have spurned Mian so easily and would have shown such weakness to her lowest Lord Buckets as Angel Mort. If that was the case, and cowardly behavior from the day was all complete act. They were even more like when they were little. I hear that even their parents had a hard time telling which was which. Now it's really easy to imagine. I totally understand what they must have gotten through. Takano gave me a kind of an odd look. I'm explaining what I've been paying so I didn't bother. Tamatake, are you going straight to are you going back straight to Tokyo after you get your pictures of the festival? You know, I wonder if Tamatake's-san's going to be the one who dies again this time, or is it be somebody different? I hope he lives. Yep, I would rather just stay here forever. Silly adult things, that's all. I hope your photos win a fabulous prize soon. I've been praying for it. Thanks. Next time I'll come home, I'll bring pictures I took of you today. Maybe you did a lot of work today. You must be tired from all the physical labor you're not used to. Oh, well, I'm tired, but it was still pretty fun. No, it wasn't, bruh. Oh, you'd have so jealous. That could us about the adult elegance that no one in the circle of friends possessed. The one caught her hair. She gives off an intelligent beauty. Oh, why, hello, everyone. It seemed like a memory crowd was standing at this time. An overweight older man addressed us. And again, it was someone I thought I knew. If I recall correctly, he's a policeman, isn't he? Oh, Oishi-san, good evening. Doing a preliminary security inspection for tomorrow? Nah, something like that. Oh, if it's a Tamateke-san, it's certainly been a while. I'm honored you remember my name. You really do live in Osawa, don't you? The apartments around here are far cheaper than ones in Tokyo. You should just move here and get it over with. I know a realtor I can introduce you to. I appreciate the thought. I'd very much like to follow up on that. Nah, alright, everyone had a good year. And happy New Year to Sounds Like Twins too. Also, his old sprite looks a lot different than his old sprite in the first game. Huh, nice. He looks more like his new sprite though, and just a more poorly drawn version. But whatever, the visual novel's like 12 years old or something, so can't complain too much, because the computer's back then couldn't do as good as these sprites. Whatever. Happy New Year, Detective Oishi. We appreciate your work. We'd like to end this year's festival with the least amount of inconvenience possible. That's pretty strict on me. Detective Oishi left us with a low laugh and head off to talk to some police officer and walks away. He gave me a glance and saw her making an annoyed face as she would clear was as someone she hated. So, we haven't ran into any crazy Mina or crazy Mian yet. We're not even questioning about the murders yet, so it's just kind of weird. Yeah, it'd be nice if the police didn't have anything to do with this during Watanagashi this year. This probably might be where I start getting suspicious, though, so who knows. You like this place too, don't you? I mean, so you just like it, Hiro-san? I quite enjoy such fantastic stories, especially with the times being so trying and interesting. The curse of Hiro-san, what you mean? Oh shit, cursed Tamatake-san using a troubling word. And suddenly someone tugged on my arm. Ki-chan, I'm pretty hungry. Want to go to the table to drink some candy and sweets? I'm up for that. I've gotten a little hungry as well. Okay, let's go. A moment later, Shion says something to Takano Tamatake stuck my ears and gave me a start. I wonder who will die and who will disappear this year. I pulled back and Mihan's grip has stopped abruptly. Shion. What did she just say? It felt like that in here around us tried out all of a sudden. Let's go, Ki-chan. The glass is silly anyway. You still want to tell Ki-chan? I make a point to spread stories like that. Shad's cold, quiet tone, and Mian's harsh voice were quite the contrast. Hey, wait, hold on, what are you talking about? You know something to tell me. It doesn't feel right being the only one left out, I don't understand this. Someone explain that to me. However, Mian didn't seem to be willing at all to grant my request. She squeezed my hand and hers a bit, but when she realized I would hold on my ground on this topic, she let go. I'm gonna go drink the tin first, and if you don't come soon, Kichi, there won't be any left for you. Alright, I get it already. I'll be there soon. Mia left her arms towards a particular noisy thing on the other side of the shrine and go around. Before she got there, she stopped and turned back around. I showed no signs of going after her though, so she ran off. I could tell you feeling hurt, I suppose, but it might be smart to ask you to go with her to eat dessert. You know, you've already got my full attention here. I'm not going to leave without asking at this point. Damn, already 25 minutes in. Oh, yeah. Anyways, unlike Kichin has the right to hear this, too. My sister was just stealing it from you. Shion's voice is bristling with thorns as somehow blaming me on. What on earth are you talking about? I don't really like people acting so self-important. Takano-san realized how prepared I was, looked across the group. After confirming that there were no objections, she opened her mouth. Do you believe in curses, my bear-kun? Curses? I think they're interesting, but I don't really. I felt their cynical stares and winced. It looks like they were telling me it was a stranger not to believe in curses. You're not wrong, Ki-chan. Curses are just superstition. It's only natural that you want to believe in them. Besides, you can take all the time. You need to decide whether to believe in curses. After you've heard us through, Takano-san, a little smile. They're trying to scare me. At least that's what it feels like. Alright, I'll start. Kichan, do you know about the Higurashi Dam project? Oh yeah, the other day, Angel Chiang or Mian rather told me all about it. I mean, the plan for giant dam now is full of all of Higurashi, right? That's right. Residents of the town have banded together to fight it. Fierce battle with the government unfolded. I heard that too. The entire village united, using all the power at the disposal, mass media, political influence, other things, and fought the country. The way Mio described it sounded like a boast. Oh, you know quite a bit about it. Yes, you're right. It's practically an epic tale. How just 1,000 or so villagers banded together and rejected the government's plans. Did you hear this from my sister? She likes those kind of epics, you know. Yeah, she told me. It wasn't, however, an office with the Higurashi residents. Opposition faction. It was a shrine. You know, the kind of assembly hall, that's where it used to be. Now that the whole thing is over, the senior citizenships just use it for the citizens. Just use it for group activities at the time, though. What's at their last bastion? Takano-san explained this, crusty, and pointing a finger towards the assembly hall. I've been carrying things in and out of there all day. I mean, I would understand if they put an office like that in that mayor's house or something, but having an office on shrine grounds made it feel kind of like a base camp for Sengoku period warriors. That was basically the mindset, though, placing the main force in the shrine dedicated to the Urashiro-sama, Higurashi guardian deity, was like a prayer for victory. Urashiro-sama, that was definitely it. And they mentioned Urashiro-sama's curse before. Is it the same Urashiro-sama? Do you know about Urashiro-sama, Kichi-kun? It's the name of the god of worship at this shrine. It said that he protects all of Inamisawa. Well, I don't really know much about him. I think Takano-san knows more about the rest. Tag, you're right. Well, then, was generally the whole story. Urashiro-sama is an ancient god passed down in Higurashi, and the villagers say that he has been protected in the sanctuary from the poisons of the outside world. So essentially, he's a basic standard guardian deity. I guess you could find that sort of god anywhere you go. There's a research into whether worshiping Urashiro-sama is a manifestation or kind of elitism too. What I mean is that the worshippers might think of themselves as chosen people. Believing yourself chosen, a nationalistic belief that you're part of a superior race, or that you're a special clan chosen by the gods. They believe that they're a superior clan, so they believe strongly in cooperating with others, but that they also end up exclusionary towards other clans. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but this sort of national and religious idea leads to war. Of course, that goes for Japan too. A long time ago, the people of Inamisawa strongly believed themselves different from humans, that they were above them. They believed the interaction with the lower world would sully their souls. So everybody believed that when the lower world came to the village, they would be sullying and suffer the wrath of Urashiro-sama. Apparently that kept everyone away. The village keeps the hate outsiders come up all the time, and villages that hate outsiders come up all the time and conduct cheap novels. That was once a run-of-the-mill village of xenophobes. Well, they all deny it to preserve their pride. It was all a long time ago, after all. Things are different now. Sharon followed up quickly, having seen the thorns and time like his son's words. Watanagashi-san, embarrassed by what you said, Scott should have said, so this shrine worships or your shield, so my things of himself as a holy ground as a symbol of their traditional hatred of the outside world. I get it, so that's why they chose the shrine of Hinamizawa, guarding spirits as their base of operations to resist the solely damn construction. The project that came from the outside. Correct. And smile to Kano, please. She must dislike stupid people. Superstition every list bit of it. The villagers gave everything desperate to post the damn construction, and they're in the middle of it. And the incident drove home the finishing blow. Oyashiro-sama's curse. The person... Oh no, maybe I was thinking... Tamatake-san's old sprite when I was thinking Oishi-sama. Whatever. Yeah, I like the new sprite much better. He looks like fat in this one. That stomach overgoing his belt. Whatever, you know. The person managing the construction side of the Hinamizawa Dam was murdered 4 years ago, I believe. It took the newspaper by storm. Do you remember it? Oh, no, not really. He had a death at the subordinate and was beaten to death with a pickaxe. His limbs and head were torn off and their remains disposed of. One of those members of homicides. They were all the rage at one point. Such a gruesome incident. But it was just an incident. A person caused the incident after all. Should they really put it down on the curse after... Then the following year, the man who had organized it was always good with damn purpose. Okay, so we're learning about this stuff a lot earlier on, I think. Before they hit Watanagashi, not after it. And we didn't, so far we didn't really seem to find out the truth as much as we did the first time. So this is coming more naturally and more easy than last time. And the following year, the man who organized it was always good with damn purpose. He fell from the cliff on vacation and died. Apparently it was an accident. Of course, most of the enemies was hostile towards him. The police were all over the case as if it was a homicide, but in the end, it was just should have been an accident. Now it's an accident. This is the most curse-like one, but still far-fetched. And then on the next year, the time the priest of the shrine contracted an unknown illness and suddenly died. This may sound a little rude, but the oldest priest was claiming on wait and see type, and the whole village was in an uproar about the dam, but he just claimed they didn't seem to want to bother. And the shrine was a symbol of the opposition movement, and his priest, well, his attitude worked against him. The villagers at the time hoped for a leader, but their hopes were betrayed. Some people were apparently pretty angry too. So at the time, all the old people were like, "This is all your shields, I must curse." That's the way they said. It just seemed like every dam-related people the village had resentment towards were denying it. It was pretty creepy. And also, it's very interesting. All of these incidents always happen at night of the Watanagashi festival. What? You see, starting to sound like a curse now, isn't it? Oh, my nose is running again. Anyway, then the year after that, in other words, last year, my sister-in-law, the man who was the leader of the dam brokenness, was the one who accidentally died, was discovered dead and having been beaten to death. Of course, they caught that criminal. So it really seems like a curse, huh? 4 years in a row, each one of the incidents and accidents were relatively commonplace, but every single one of them happened at the festival, worshiping Hiroshima. That's not normal. The old folks have been blindly accepting Hiroshima's curse because of the incidents these past few years. Even younger people too. At the first thought it was stupid, but now nobody makes fun of it. Yeah, I can see where she's coming from. Even I didn't think there was a curse at all. Thinking about other incidents, it makes me feel like maybe it's real. For example, just look at the preparations for the festival you were doing today. Everything might have been gone crazy during the battle against the dam, but just a few years ago, the Watanagashi festival was never this well attended. I bet the curse is really growing the popularity. But I guess you're right. If we don't have what you're supposed to talk about, we wouldn't be all coming to a festival like this, huh? There was a lot of people who say they infidels might be punished, so they really need to go to this festival. Sean nodded as she was mocking herself. So how about it now? Kichika, you're starting to get the feeling that maybe the curse is real, aren't you? I mean, you can't just laugh at people who lived at the construction project dying and all like that. Even if I feel like this now more than the superstitions in the village must feel stronger than that. Well, I mean, I still don't think there's a curse. I'm gonna say must believe there is though. Well, Ki-chan, you can really keep a cool head about this. Xiang Ren realized that I rejected the curse. This is neither a curse nor coincidence. What should we make of these incidents? Takano-san smiled playfully as posing a riddle. Neither a curse nor coincidence. Every year someone dies, so what should we make of that then? Tamatake-san catching up on the fact that I had no idea what would make an opening nothing came to my aid. Taka and Osana suggested that it might be the work of real people. Yes, simple process of elimination would have gotten me there. I was still taken back and I realized that immediately. When I think about it, if it's any other coincidence, then people must be willingly carrying it out. It's the only explanation, alright? First, Takano-san, I smiled bitterly in spite of myself. Here I was just a few months ago thinking the concept of a curse was absolutely absurd. When she suggested it was someone's doing, I ended up thinking there was no way anyone could be a person. But Takano-san was right. It was either a curse or it was a person's doing. If I'm realistic of things like this, curses didn't exist, and the obvious next step would be to start thinking that people was behind it. But if there was a case, I glanced at Shion. If the culprit is a person, then it had to be someone from Hinamisawa. That's what the police officer Oishi-san thinks right now too. Hey, wait, that can't be. I thought I knew. Now I knew everything. I didn't want to talk about this. If it was just someone's curse really existed, then that's fine. It would be divine judgment for the damn project business. However, if we were sure someone's curse didn't exist, which it obviously didn't, then the culprit would most likely be someone from Hinamisawa. The villagers had worked desperately to oppose the damn construction project. I knew they used all sorts of methods to fight against it. If I knew one of those methods wasn't maybe, if people whispered that we were sure someone's curse could be the doing of a secret group and the damn resistance to move it. Shion rarely put words into my exact thoughts. Of course I didn't expect it. She was from Hinamisawa, so I didn't think she'd come out and say it herself. If you calm down, think of it, anyone could come to the same conclusion. There won't be a motive for anyone but the people who benefit from opposing the damn project, right? I guess that's true. Immediately, since the darkest side of the damn conflict would be rude to Mion, who spoke of it so highly, so I couldn't just accept Shion's seemingly logical viewpoint. One more thing, the police probably don't know this. There's proof that someone from Hinamisawa committed these crimes, and the people of Hinamisawa know it. What? Shion bugs me to keep my voice down. Sorry, but this is proof. What is it? It's the fact that one person dies and one more person disappears. One more person disappears. Does that mean that someone besides the one who died in the curse was sacrificed? What do you mean by disappear? They just vanish, you never see them again? That's right, suddenly and without a trace. As she spoke, Shion pretended to do a trick with her hands like she would make a magician's hat disappear. One dies a mysterious death, and one disappears, never to be seen again. A strange vanishing act. But then why? How does it equate to someone from Hinamisawa being a culprit? Well, actually, Hinamisawa is the one really old legend. It's about the people who offer sacrifices to Higurashi amongst the claimant's wrath. So sacrifices, yes. They say they used to wrap a living person up in a bamboo mat and let them slowly sink into the bottomless swamp. Takano-san, though, explained something pretty terrible. Has a look of glee on her face as she did something. As far as I can glean from the literature, it actually took 3 days and 3 nights for them to sink. See, a long time ago, like symbolism. As the body sunk, Higurashi-sama's anger would be quelled. Both were submerged into the deep. Takano-san was the only one laughing at this. She was telling a joke or something. Shion didn't move to deny it, but I felt difference in temperature between her cool expression and Takano-san's. This is why this whole conversation, while I think you can imagine after hearing it, but it's the secret history of Hinamisawa. Everyone who knows it's been Hinamisawa for a long time knows it, but they don't talk about it. Takano-san's not from here, but she knows quite a lot. She really likes local history, folk legends, stuff like that. She learned it all by herself, too. I'm really not all that amazing, just curious, that's all. Look like a child. I just want to see scary things for the fun of it. Tamataka-san laughed and a little embarrassed. Wait a minute, what does that mean? The other person disappears in essence. You're saying they're offered as a sacrifice? Yeah. Shion answers in one word before anyone else can speak. Someone dies and someone disappears. Well, they actually get secrets or not is a different issue, but every time someone happened in the past, one person died and one other person disappeared. For example, the first one of the dam managers killed. Apparently one of the people responsible for that still hasn't been arrested. That kind of just mean he managed to get away. I don't see why we should treat him as a sacrifice. Well, we're learning a lot of it all at once, aren't we? Good. That's what I think too. There's also the year after that was the leader of the dam proponents. Or you said you felt in cliff with that one vacation, right? So I don't think we learned about the demon in the one about the disappearing in the last chapter, like we learned about the deaths, but then I think later on we learned about the ones who disappeared afterwards. So like we're learning a lot at once. That's good. Apparently, so I feel as well. The police investigated for friendly, but they were able to find their wife's corpse. The river under the cliff was actually pretty high at the time, though. She could have just been a bird under the sand at the bottom of some lake downstream or something. The person portrayed of this member like that wouldn't want to be caught, so they desperate to run away and hide too. I thought I had heard about the cases where the corpse would sacrifice after the person drowned and was swallowed like a river like that. She vanished because of an unfortunate accident, but I still didn't see the connection of sacrifices. We took each of the past incidents in turn. None of the disappearance evoked that terrifying of an image. The year after that, the priest suddenly falling ill and dying is much clearer. His wife left a suicide note they found in their house, and then the priest died. His sister knocked the lines of culinary shields almost right through her death. The crazy seems to turn up in this one, though. Well, we may never know the truth of the matter. The swamp the wife drowned herself was giant, but almost went to Okinawa messages before. The police investigated, but all they could find was several of the processions. They never found the corpse. So I thought she jumped off a bridge into a lake or something now, whatever. The police suspect it was a fake suicide, and they're still investigating it now. Someone dies every year in the same way. Someone goes missing every year. She tried to tell me that everyone who vanished was kidnapped by some extremely efficient means and dumped into the bottomless swamp, still alive and drowned to death. But a curse is unbelievable. I'm not sure what was it, the damn proponent's sister-in-law? She was killed, and it's the same way as someone disappeared. It was a boy around my age named Satoshi Hojo. He's a nephew by the marriage of the woman killed. Shanka, with a slightly strong tone of voice. She knew the boy disappeared pretty well. At least that's the vibe I was getting. Well, that's about sums up everything. One person always dies, and one person always suddenly disappears. Leaving this aside, the fact is that each incident involved one person disappearing. Or so that means. The first person who dies is because of your shield someone's curse, and the second person vanishes because the villagers sacrificed them. Is that it? Keychain has no curse. Someone because the first person under the guise of the curse, and someone takes away the second person who sacrificed. But that means the criminals in the village. That's what I've been guessing from the start. It's pretty shocking, that, we live in a Showa period. It's kind of hard to believe people are committing murder like it's nothing, using some ancient justifications, huh? And they didn't have anything to do with our discussion, but I got the feeling that maybe she didn't like Hinamisawa very much. Miyanaji would talk about Hinamisawa in this epic tales, so she avoided talking about Yoshio someone's curse, which then painted Hinamisawa in a good light no matter how you looked at it. She was trying not to give me a bad impression of the village, so she didn't say anything. She, on the other hand, was somehow different. She was rejecting the concept of a curse to appear to Hinamisawa of this bad impression, but rather because she strongly believed that the member of a village was criminal behind this. Her conviction seemed a bit removed from the tight sense of community held by the people of Hinamisawa. Once upon a time, they'd looked so alike you could mistake one for the other. But talking to her now, I was completely gave powerful feeling that Shion had completely different personality than Mion. For anyone else, they all think someone from Hinamisawa did it, right? Neither Shion nor Takano-san answered that. The defeating sounds told me all that needed to be said. Well then, let me ask another question. If someone from Hinamisawa is the culprit, then who is it? Neither Shion nor Takano had replied to that question either. Though I remember being rude to ask, I had hoped they would have one. The reason I asked was to argue that their explanation that the culprit from Hinamisawa was nothing more than one possibility. Shion caught to my plan. She gave the pain, smiled this petty spite, and opened her mouth to speak. All I said really just amounts to circumstantial evidence anyway. If any of us knew who it really was, we would have gotten him in police hands already, as would anybody. Then what about the Kano-san? She too smiled jelly as Shion had and opened her own mouth. Well, I'd like to clear one thing. I'm not a detective or anything, alright? In all honesty, I'm not really interested in who the culprit is. Takano-san, you sure are a handful. Tamatake-san gives a better laugh at surprising opinion on the matter. You see, I just like cruel the traditions of ancient traditional fairy tales. I only enjoy them from a curious onlooker's perspective. So even for this string of incidents, it's not as much fun out who the culprit is, but enjoying thinking about the old traditions displayed by incidents themselves still seems to have some pretty deep roots around here. No, she described herself as nothing more than a curious onlooker. Her smile was sharp as the tip of a blade. Women like her felt very strange and a little scary to me. Maybe it's just what I was in fear, a full awe of a person whose emotions I couldn't comprehend. Well, I don't think this is interesting at all. The Watanagashi festival is coming up tomorrow. I don't want anything to die or disappear. Sorry, guys. Tomorrow, huh? That's right. It completely slipped my mind. The string of murder incidents people attribute to Oishio's curse wasn't over. If last year's incident was at the end, then tomorrow at the festival, someone died and someone disappear. I do wonder who will die tomorrow and who will disappear, though. Tangana said and said, running a comb through her hair with the elegant movements with the thin, small voice that nearly made me shudder. She almost looked like she was enjoying the thought of the incidents that could happen tomorrow. Then out of the blue, we heard a loud round of applause. He seemed to be engaged in the drinking party early. Right, I was like making me on wait this whole time, wasn't I? I should go back to her soon. It's easy to get too much stuck on Hassan. Now Kichika thinks it's all true. I apologize. It's bad habit of mine again. Said Takano-san, sticking her tongue bashfully. The strangest in her expression, nowhere to be found. When Takao says he was an innocent child like you, she couldn't help but want to poke fun at them. It's a real bad habit. Kichika didn't listen to everything so earnestly that she ended up being carried away. Unlike Takano-san, Tomotake's doesn't seem like a normal person of common sense. They weren't apologizing after realizing what kind of impression they'd given me. The stuff Takano just said is all fiction. If it made you harbor any bad impressions about him Misawa, then we should apologize for that. Yeesh, your son. You apologize too, Takano-san. You're telling me you're sorry, or whatever it said. Takano-san and Tomotake's were arguing and messing around now. The strained air around us had already dissipated. Kichan, you should get going soon, too. You know, it's a jealous type. If she sees me, she'll probably start a fight, so I'll just be going home. Really? Now I'll see what Meow's doing and apologizing for making her wait, I guess. Sorry for being such a nuisance, Kishi-kun. Could you tell me and Chan we're sorry for bothering you for so long? Oh yes, I don't know will make her feel any better, but sure. Tomotake's-san and Takano-san standing next to each other both began to chuckle. Okay then, Ki-chan, let's try to run into each other at the festival, tomorrow's festival. We'll see each other. I mean, it's us we're talking about after all. We'll be making us so much trouble, it'll be hard for you not to find us. Sean and I said goodbye to Tomotake's-san and Takano-san. Before we could leave, Takano-san called out to us. Thanks for listening so earnestly to what I had to say. You're just so good at listening. I had a great time talking to you. Good listening? No, not at all. I was just in a state of perpetual bewilderment from all the shocking topics being thrown at me one after another. She's like my story today. Well, it was pretty interesting. Ah, man, when I was so stuffed, it's getting hard to breathe. But damn, 47 minutes in, chapter's probably almost over. Now I'll give you some more time, okay? There's a lot of pretty interesting legends and fairy tales by Hinamisawa. Of course, a lot of strange, creepy ones, too. I'll choose a bunch of my favorites and tell you about them. I was kind of happy, but kind of worried. I can't help but smile drilling and scratch on my head. Kichigan, you can go now. Takano-san's just messing with you. Say goodbye again and run off. I heard about Tomotake's and someone called behind him in a clear voice that we should see each other at the festival tomorrow. When I went to the tent, Mia was waiting for me and she was nowhere to be found. I made her wait so long, maybe she got mad and went home. After asking some adults passing by her that she went home talking to some relatives. I shouldn't have done that, and I regret for having me on wait. Was it enough to shine for that impression to Takano-san and chance on getting story left on me? Serial murder incidents happened 4 years in a row, with the wrong events make the fifth, and the possibility that someone from Himiso was carrying this all out under the guise of the curse. The queer tradition of ritual sacrifice entirely becoming the show period we lived in. Regretted a little, though it was too late, and none of those creepy stories have anything to do with me. And I should have let Mian pull me away from that crowd. I felt a little ashamed about letting my cheap curiosity get the better of me. Ooh, from the scrapbook 1, 2, and 3. And, I got 4 tips. Okay, guys, well, I'm uploading this and going to bed. I'll see y'all tomorrow.